The way that you treat and believe in yourself is how the universe will respond to you. We are not taught to love ourselves, just like we're not taught to believe that everything we desire is possible. But you have two choices: learn to believe it or choose to comply with what you've already been taught. Only one of those choices will unlock your dream life and your true potential. You can't attract the life you want if you secretly believe you don't deserve it. And the reason why self-love is so important is because So let's talk about self-love today. Hey everyone, welcome back to Just Like Magic with Julia. Today we are going to be talking about why self-love is so important, not just for your manifestations, but for your overall well-being. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel, like and comment, and let me know what other topics you want me to cover. So let's get right into it. The way that you love yourself sets the tone for what you believe you deserve. The way that you treat and believe in yourself is how the universe will respond to you. Think of the universe like a mirror. If you're constantly doubting yourself, if you're constantly speaking to yourself in a negative way or just putting yourself down, you will also see that in your life because you're sending out that energy to the universe. And the universe only knows how to respond to the energy that you're sending out. The people that you attract, the situations that you're in, the opportunities that come your way will always match the energy that you are putting out. And side note, I think that this highlights such a big misconception in manifestation, that if you just affirm something enough or, repeat an affirmation enough, write it down enough, or just desire it and tell the universe you desire it, it will just come to you because you want it badly enough. But no, in order to manifest something into your life, you really have to be about it. You have to believe it. Because the process of manifestation is solely based on energy, the way that we feel about ourselves will be what manifests. If we have big dreams, then we have to have an even bigger sense of self-love. If we have big goals, big aspirations, then our sense of self-worth has to be even bigger. Self-love is the foundation of your belief system. It's its core. Manifestation isn't just about repeating positive affirmations and writing down a list of goals that you wish would come true. Manifestation is to actually believe that you are worthy of receiving what you desire and then seeing it show up in reality as a result. Think about it like this. I can promise you that you will probably never receive something that you desire when you're doubting yourself. Doubt will disrupt the process of believing that you're worthy of whatever it is that you desire and create resistance. And resistance will block your desire from manifesting because you're not operating at the energy that you need to be at. The moment that you begin to doubt yourself is the moment that your energy goes from positive, high frequency, just operating from a place of gratitude to a lack mindset. And the universe only knows how to reciprocate what's already being put out there. So if you're operating at a lack mindset because of doubt, it's going to give you a reason to have that doubt. And we don't want that. So by now, you know that if you want to see your manifestations show up into your life, if you want to have a good relationship with the universe, with God, you know that self-love is absolutely a non-negotiable. I want to talk about how we can all better the love that we have for ourselves in practical ways. How we can use self-love to push our manifestations through and have all of our dreams manifest before us. The primary thing that self-love is really based on is how we think and talk to ourselves. Everyone has an inner voice. That inner voice is the constant dialogue that you have with yourself. And that inner voice is what influences the way that you see yourself. It's the way that you determine your worth and what you're capable of, what experiences you're worthy of attracting. It's even the way that you interpret your flaws. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have moments where our inner voice tells us that, we're not good enough or we're not capable. But those are the exact thoughts that begin to block the blessings of self-love. First and foremost, just because you think it doesn't mean it's true. If there is one thing to take away from this video, let it be that. The best thing about the idea of manifestation is that you have the power and the free will to create your own reality. You have the power to decide what is true to you. So let's start with your thoughts. You have the power to flip anything negative or irrational that you're saying to yourself into a rational or positive statement. Now, I know what you might be thinking. If I have all of the evidence to support a negative or irrational thought, doesn't that mean it's true? No, it does not. And let me tell you why. We all have flaws. We all have moments of imperfections. But why should we choose to let those moments define us? If we choose to let them define us, that's exactly what they will do. Just like we all have moments that will support negative thoughts, we also have positive ones. So if we know that good energy attracts good things, and we know that our thoughts are basically what our self-love is based on, why not let the positive ones win? In order to change a negative thought, you first need to acknowledge that it's present. Take a moment to hone in on the exact thought and identify what it is. For example, if the thought is, I always mess things up, take a moment to sit with that and to acknowledge that that's present. To acknowledge that, you're feeling like you're imperfect. That's natural to do sometimes. That's natural to feel. But then when you're ready, challenge its accuracy. Sometimes we think in definite ways. So something that signifies us being imperfect can seem like it's definite. For example, this can be symbolic of a time that you've messed up once or twice repetitively, but for some reason you're telling yourself that you always mess up and you're thinking in definite terms. Meaning because you messed up once or twice and because you're imperfect, you're always going to mess things up, which isn't true. It's only true if you believe that. And so when you challenge the thought and you challenge the accuracy of the thought, ask yourself things like, is this thought foolproof? Is it 100% accurate? Or am I taking a tough moment and defining an outcome to it? Keep challenging that thought. Ask yourself things like, are there times where I've gotten things right? Have I really always messed up everything? What are some times that I've done things right? And once you're able to actually provide rational evidence to why those things are also true, you'll see that the negative thought that you originally had isn't as powerful as it once was because you provided additional positive and rational context to it. After challenging the accuracy of the thought, you'll be able to see that tough situations sometimes just make negative thoughts worse. But when you're able to challenge the accuracy of a thought, you'll see that mistakes aren't reflections of your entire worth. And once you see that, reframe that negative thought with something that highlights your progress. So what once was the thought of, I always mess things up, can now be, I made a mistake and I'll do my best to do better next time. And I know that sounds super minimal. I know that those little changes sound super minimal, and you're probably wondering, why is that necessary? Well, because that's one thought. And so imagine how many irrational thoughts we may have on a day-to-day basis. It's one thought, but when you begin to rewire those thoughts and when you begin to practice self-compassion, you'll see a big difference. Now, I know that this process can sound a bit discouraging because of the amount of awareness and mental work that it requires. But I want you to remember that you're the greatest project that you will ever work on. And the way that you see yourself is worth investing your time and effort into, especially when the stakes are high. And that brings me to our next point. Taking care of you. Don't make me come for you. Self-love isn't just about what you say, it's what you do. And in order to love yourself, you have to prioritize yourself. And no, not just in bare minimum ways. You really have to prioritize yourself. When you think about the people in your life that you love, whether it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your pets, your daughter, your son, whoever it is, you make time for them because you love them and because you prioritize them. And you have to do the same thing for yourself. If something is important to you, you make time for it. You have to make sure that you're eating good, that you're sleeping good, that you're taking care of yourself. But most importantly, I find that the best way to prioritize myself is to make time for my goals and to take actions towards them. When you take actions towards your goals and you make time for what you want, even if it's not a huge step or a huge action, you are showing up for yourself. And once you start showing up for yourself, you're not going to want to stop. Making time for yourself is a huge part of loving yourself because you're showing the universe and yourself that you're worthy of investing in. But you have to be the first person to make that choice. When you begin to take care and make time for your mind, your body, your soul, your dreams, you are telling the universe that you are serious about you. You're putting that energy out there, and that energy creates momentum. Because if the universe knows that you're serious about you, if God knows, hey, yo, she's serious about her, then they can be serious about you too and give you what you've been asking for. Always remember, small actions add up. Whether it's you just trying to be more aware of the way you talk to yourself, whether it's you just taking baby steps daily towards a bigger goal, those things show effort. Those things show that you're trying. And guess what? Small actions will add up. You will get to the big goal. Which leads me to my last point, celebrating yourself and all that you currently are. I think it's become normal, especially nowadays for some reason, to always just be in this productive mode, in this grind mode, in this let me improve myself mode, which, don't get me wrong, is not the worst thing. Improving yourself signifies that you're a work in progress and that you can always evolve and get better. But you also have to know that you are also amazing just the way you are right now. It's amazing to want more. It's amazing to want to improve. But those things take time. And in the meantime, in the journey of getting there, you should also love the current version of yourself. The current version of yourself that even wants to get there in the first place. Instead of focusing on what you're currently missing, on what you want more of all the time, focus on what you already have. Focus on the amazing things about yourself, the things that you truly love about yourself. Shift your perspective to see all that you already are and all that you already love about yourself. When you do this, you are basically operating from a point of gratitude. And gratitude, in every single video I say this, is the universe's favorite emotion. It's God's favorite emotion. There's nothing that's ever bad that comes out of gratitude. And imagine when you're grateful about things that you have, that you possess, qualities, attributes, core values that you have, you're taking pride in who you are. And that's a huge step in loving yourself. You're celebrating exactly what God made you to be, exactly what the universe conspired for you to be. You're celebrating your path and all that you are, even if it's just acknowledging one thing about yourself that you love. It's signaling that you're capable of loving more of yourself too. And don't think that just because you're loving yourself the way that you are doesn't mean that you have to put a cap on growth and that you can't want more. You can always want more. You can always want to improve, but you also should love who you are in the moment, because who you are right now is also amazing and worthy of all the love in the world as well. I hope this video helped. I loved making this for you. Hopefully everyone watching this video has learned the importance of the foundation of self-love in manifesting. And I hope that every single person watching this uses this video in some way to help them foster positive self-love and manifest their desires. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know in the comments what you are manifesting, where you are in your own self-love journey, and what more content you want to see. I wish you all nothing but the best, and I will see you soon.